So for anybody that's watching this on the replay, because no one's here at the minute, welcome to another, try that again. Welcome to another Sunday spin session. Figured I'd jump on live for a minute, because why the hell not? Do have some video editing that I need to get done. Latest video is going to drop within the next day or two. Just need to do a little bit of a voiceover, finish everything up. Welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Another Sunday, another spin. Or another live one at least. How's everyone else doing? Hopefully you can hear me okay. You can certainly see the mic moving. Good, good. Big Chungs, what's going on, brother? I'm good, thank you. Been a minute since I did a Sunday spin session on the live, at least. Finished up filming my latest video probably a week or two ago. It's been it was a brutal one. It was a brutal one. I'll put it that way. Like I said, I'm going to drop it soon. But figured, why not jump on here for a minute? See if anyone's about. See if anyone fancies a chat. Any questions? Or just want some support. Someone to talk to. But how long have you been training? As in, like, my entire life? I probably started going to the gym consistently, I want to say about 21, maybe. For about 4 years, and then stopped going, then had a kid, then fell apart, gained weight, looked like crap, and then lost the load. What's going on? Shizuki Streams back in the building. Gene, lost 16 pounds since your David Goggins videos. That is awesome to hear. Thank you for sharing that. Is that your goal? Is 16 pounds your end goal, or is there more to come? Do my bones hurt? Oh, mate, Shizuki. Do my bones hurt? I've got some serious knee issues at the minute that I'm working on. I guess it's not really my bones. It's more my what is it? I think it's patella, isn't it? The muscle that goes from your kneecap to sort of your thigh and down into your shin. Having some struggles with my right knee at the minute. I'm working on. Patella is a bone. Well, there you go then. Patella tendonitis, I think it's called, right? I think that's what I'm dealing with. So I'm trying to strengthen the muscles in my leg, in my knee, essentially. Because I've been doing some big miles, as you'll see in the latest video where I'm going to drop it. And it exposed some what's the word? Exposed some weaknesses that I definitely need to work on. Also, my my hip psoas, I think it's called, right? That joins there. I have had some problems with my feet running before. Just the bones in my feet have been hurting. But I find once you get a good pair of shoes and a nice form, sort of 4-foot running form, that should sort itself out. I have 20 pounds more to lose and reach my dream weight, but I've already reached some goals I didn't know I needed, like much better relationships, much more driven and focused with my art career. That is amazing. That's literally why I do these streams, because it's amazing to hear people's stories like that. I mean, I want to help people where I can, but what I've realized is people have been able to share these sort of stories with me over the streams. So that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. For me, right, it's weird because this is Shizuki. On Friday, I was exercising for 3 hours for my college course. All we did was badminton, football, running. For some reason, there's mad popping in my body. Whereabouts? Oh, like in my arms for some reason. Yeah. If your shoes are not great, it's probably going to mess with your form. That's one thing I'm looking into a lot at the minute. Keep thinking about these barefoot shoes. I just can't get over the look of some of them. But I definitely want to improve my foot health, because one thing running has taught me is my feet and form just play a massive role in how the rest of your body feels. If your feet are hitting the ground wrong, sends almost like a shockwave through the rest of your body. When does the next video drop? John, it's going to be in the next day or two. I've just got a voiceover to do. It won't be. I would do it tonight, but it's just going to take too long to export. It's all edited. Just literally need to do a voiceover for the end, I think, and hit export. But that's probably going to take a couple of hours on my laptop, 2-3 hours maybe. So I might be asleep when it actually exports. I'll try and upload it to YouTube tomorrow morning. Also need to edit a thumbnail, and then I can drop it. So tomorrow evening, perhaps. Keep an eye out. The bone cracks. Yeah, that sounds horrible. It's painful, which it shouldn't be. I'm guessing you mean like your joints are cracking more than your bones, which it's normal, to be fair, for joints to crack, because from what I understand, it's like some of it's air bubbles, I think. I don't know how true that is, but it's just the cartilage and stuff just rubbing against each other. The videos I've seen about like knee health and stuff, everyone talks about how it's normal for knees to crack. So it's not something to be too worried about, although it does kind of send a icky feeling through you. It does to me. My knees crack. Not I wouldn't say an abnormal amount, but they do crack. My right more than my left, I think. Yeah, kind of like air bubbles. You can do if you've got what they're called, those exercise bands, the long ones. If you tie, I've got one here. Let me grab and give you an example. I've also just remembered I haven't put my my watch on to record the workout. So a band like this, like an exercise band. So say you can do this. I used to do this for my feet, my hips, and my knees and ankles. So imagine this is your foot. You could do it for your shoulder as well. You're going to sort of put it around and then hold there and tie this to an anchor point. Be it if you're in the gym, it's great because you can just anchor it on a rack, and you're essentially gonna like pull and just create some separation between your joints. So your shoulders, your elbow. It's great for things like hips, knees, and ankles. Just to create that sort of, just to pull it apart a bit, give it some movement around. It's really nice. Resistance band, that's the one. I don't know why the hell I couldn't think of that name. Yeah, stretch it out, just really like pull on it. So imagine like that wall over there was a squat rack or something. I would tie it around the squat rack and then literally pull on it. So it's almost like, it sounds dramatic, but pulling my arm out is socket. Obviously you don't want to dislocate your shoulder or something, but it just creates some, I guess like distance. It's in lots of if you've ever heard of Kelly Starrett, he's like a guru with sort of joints, hips, stuff like that. To the doctors, they wouldn't let me get an x-ray. Wouldn't let you get an x-ray. Yeah, well, it's kind of tough to get anything out of the doctors these days, isn't it? Like I said, I've done it. What's his name? Kelly Starrett, I think his name is. Something like this. I think it's spelled something like that. It's especially for things like hips, squat form, that guy's like a genius. I don't know how he's not more popular on YouTube, because he just, the guy's insane. I think he just has paid courses. He used to have a lot of free stuff, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's where I got that from. You can also do things like get like a towel, sit on your knees, sit on your shins, and sort of do that. And again, it will create that. We'll just pull the joints apart a little bit. Can't think what the name of the action is, but yeah, definitely worked for me in the past. I was going to drop on Discord and say that I'm live. Anyone else working out? What time is it for everyone else at the minute? Yeah, cool, Shizuki. Catch you later, man. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you. Yeah, nice. I'm not sticking around for too long today. Gonna try and finish off this video and drop it. Wakanda's finest. Just about to head to the gym. 8:15 here. Morning. Well done. Getting after it. Well, I'm saying morning. 8:15 a.m. I'm assuming. 3 p.m. for John. It's PM still in the UK. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. It's literally 8:15 on my computer. Nice. I remember when I used to go to the gym in the evenings. Those days are over. Those days are over. It's been a struggle to get the kids to sleep today. Problem is, it's been obviously schools have started again, so it's a bit harder for me to say what time I can be on live at. If I'm going to put 8 p.m. and the kids are messing and don't want to go to sleep, or it takes too long to shower them, whatever. I've got to get ready my daughter for school, so I don't want to put it on there and then not be on and just be disappointing people and looking inconsistent. Anyone else working on their goals at the minute? I'm actually about to start filming another video. Something a bit different for you this time. Oh, did anybody catch UTMB this year? Anybody into the ultra marathon races or anything like that? Got massively into it this year. Literally watching the live non-stop. Training for a 5K in October. Nice. 5Ks, you think, oh, it's just a short run in the grand scheme of things, but when you run all out at a 5K pace, it literally feels like you're dying for a good, I mean, depending on what kind of pace you're running at, like 20, most people, probably a good aim for most people is to hit a 30-minute 5K. When you start getting into the 20-minute 5Ks, it's like it feels like you're knocking on death's door. Heart beating, pounding out your chest. You just know you got to smash it out. Just pure pain and suffering for 20 to 30 minutes. I need to start introducing more speed runs into my workouts. Focused a lot on long runs and distance. Yeah, my goal is 30 minutes. It's a good goal. What's your pace got to be for that? Is it like an 8-minute mile or something like that? I don't know what it translates to in kilometers. Is it something like a 6 kilometers a minute? I don't know. Nine to 10. Oh, okay. Is that miles or kilometers? Yeah. Do you know what? I've been thinking a lot about playing football and how my my long distance running has just obviously massively improved my stamina. And I haven't played football in a long time, but I feel like I could just run for days right now. Yeah, 5Ks. I think it's like, is it like, I don't know, 3 point something miles, 3.2 or 3.5, something like that. But yeah, again with football, I need to increase the speed workouts. That's sprinting, because I've got a good stamina base. Now I just need to get my legs used to running faster speeds, paces. My 5K, I haven't actually tried to set a 5K personal best, but my Strava app sort of tells you what your best 5K was, and I don't know if I can find it now, because I set like my second best 5K the other day. My third fastest 5K time, which was 23 minutes 36 seconds. My absolute best 5K was 22 minutes and 50. But like I said, that was part of a 13-mile long run. So I don't know at what point I set that 5K pace, because it was within a 1 hour and 16-minute run. I was obviously feeling pretty damn good that day. Trust me, the whole run was not at a 5K pace. Yeah, exactly. The stop starting is some of the problems I'm having with my knees at the minute. When so I've started to run to work a lot. So I've got traffic lights and things like that. When I stop and sprint off again, I'm noticing a lot of discomfort in my right knee. So the aim is to put in some work on the knees and hip flexors. Try and just become bulletproof, essentially. Have had some issues with the second toe on my right foot the toenail is starting to go black. So it's essentially dying from the running. I don't really know why, because at the minute, the shoes that I've got, the latest shoes I'm wearing, the most comfortable shoes I've ever ran in. I don't know if it's something to do with my socks not being tight enough, my socks being too tight, or I was having some issues with, I was tying the laces too tight on my shoes, and I was getting like a lump on the top of both my feet. It was killing me, absolutely killing me. So, because I wanted my feet to stay still in my running shoe, so I loosened the lace, which thankfully, because I just didn't want to have to deal with this, thankfully it sorted the lump on the top of my foot away. Sorted the lump on the top of my foot went away. And I think in loosening it too much, my foot was sliding in the shoe too much, because the shoes are not tight. There's a good amount of space, probably like a thumb width space in the front of my shoes. Super comfortable. I got the wide version. I'm running in some Hokas at the minute, or Hokas, depending on where you're from. But yeah, super comfortable. All right, sweat on now. What's everyone been up to this week? It's been my daughter's 6th birthday this week on Thursday. How do you get past the mental barrier when it comes to doing your workouts? JP power trip. That's a good question, mate. I would say, and this, I'm not saying I'm the best at this, because I think this is something I need to mentally work on myself. But I would say 95% of the workouts I'm doing at the minute, I go into it really not wanting to do them. And it's probably a bad mentality to have, and it's something I need to switch up and work on. I get them done, and sometimes the ones that you really don't want to do are the absolute, and it's mind-blowing, they are just the best workouts you would ever have in your life. You prepare for a run and you're just like, I do not want to do this, I'm too tired, I'm not in the mood, I don't have the energy, I've got other things to do. You head out, it's the best goddamn run of your life, and you come back feeling amazing. But it's just something you gotta make it it's discipline, not motivation. So you got to make it part of your day, the same way as brushing your teeth is. You get up, you brush your teeth, you don't even have to think about it. With me, I get up, brush my teeth, put my running shoes on, and run to work. And I'm not even trying to think about doing it. It's just, it is what it is. So don't look for motivation, J Power Trip. Look for discipline and make it part of your life, the same way as breathing is. How much did you run kilometers wise daily when you were doing the David Goggins workout? When I was doing David Goggins workout, I think it was like, it's probably only about 5 miles a day. I've increased way more over the last few weeks. To the point where I was literally running a marathon a day. Which is when, if you've just joined, I've been talking about how it exposed some weaknesses in my knees and hips that I'm trying to work on at the minute. Maya, hello, you're an amazing inspiration. Thank you so much for the videos. Thank you, Maya. I remember you, I believe, from some past live streams. So welcome back and thank you. Oh, kilometers wise, he's asking. Did you always run in zone 2? Pretty much, yeah. My heart rate was, even now when I run, my heart rate is somewhere between 145 and 150 beats per minute. Can sometimes go to like 160 if I'm maybe going uphill or something like that. But normally it's between 145, 150, 1, I would say. So right in that zone 2 zone. I've been watching some triathletes training. They do like two-day training videos, and seeing their heart rates run at the paces that they're running at. They're running at like 7-minute miles, and the heart rate is 145 beats, and that's like next level. Which again is one of the reasons I want to do some speed work, because I want to be able to run at 7-minute mile with 145 beat per minute heart rate. How long did it take you to get used to the pain? The trim wheel from, I think you mean the spin bike, from sitting a long time. Just got one, and also got the gel seat you recommended, but still can't do longer session over hours. Yeah, it's took a long time to get used to it, to the point where I had quite a lot of pain in my nether regions from, no, that's okay. I completely understand. English is not your first language. You're speaking better English than I am. I'm always stumbling over my words. Yeah, I was going to the doctors and everything about having pain in my private parts, which I think stems from cycling. I just got a standard seat on my mountain bike, which I've never switched out, and it's really important for you to get a seat that matches your seat bones. If you look into it's not really something you can do so much with a spin bike. If you do look into on YouTube sort of how to choose a right bicycle seat or something, you'll discover that it's not just about big, soft, comfy, gel, spongy seats are the best. Although for a spin bike, this soft gel thing that I've got here has been the best thing. There's a lot more to it. But definitely for the spin bike, this is what I found helped, because the standard one was killing me. I think it's also a lot about how you position yourself. Like when I sit up like this, it's more comfortable than it is when I sit like this, because the pressure goes from here to sort of this region underneath, when you sit forward like that, and that's way more uncomfortable. So I would say you kind of just got to push through the pain. Take regular breaks if it helps, especially if you're going for hours. I mean, I go to the toilet so much anyway, constantly going for a wee. So take the opportunity to go to the toilet, step off for a couple of minutes, and just drop back on. Did you follow a specific training plan when you would do the Goggins workout, or was it like you just run however many I feel like? So when I was doing the David Goggins video specifically, it was essentially trying to attack every part of my body. So I had to get my cardio in. I feel like the cardio was the foundation of what I did in the Goggins video, because it was a lot of 100 beats per minute exercise like I'm doing now. So my heart rate is 100 beats per minute, up to 145 beats per minute when I was running. The spin bike, it's just 100 beats per minute like this. I wasn't like powering through, although sometimes you do. Essentially this for hours upon hours, because I've seen some videos where they basically explain in scientific terms that the higher your heart rate, the more your body tends to use carbs that you've ingested as fuel, whereas when your heart rate is lower, your body tends to use fat for fuel, which is why these slow burning cardio sessions are so good when it comes to burning fat. And then obviously I did a lot of kettlebell workouts, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, because I'm just trying to get my body to know that it needs to burn as much fat as possible, as well as having the low carb diet, because that also helped my body understand that it needed to burn fat for fuel, because it was going to get so few carbs. So did I follow a specific plan? No, it was kind of my own plan, but based off of what Goggins did in his book that he explained, because he doesn't go into super specific details about his training. So I just took that, apart from the swimming, because it was too expensive for me to be able to go swimming every day. I just switched it out for more cycling or biking on my mountain bike or running. Yeah, Maya, you will. It is just something I don't know. I feel like it's going to be hard to find one for a spin bike that's very specific to you. It's easier for things like road bikes and mountain bikes, because spin bikes just tend to have these big generic seats. So I don't know if there are any that you can get that are more suited to you personally, which is why I feel like this gel pad is better than anything else. Let's go, brother. How you doing? What's up? You are real inspiration, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate you. Better to work on a low heart rate if your aim is to burn fat. Maya, how long did it take for you to realize that you could run faster at a lower heart rate? I would say, for me, about a month of running every single day for 30 minutes. I don't know if you've seen my video where at the start of this year, 2023, I decided to run after not running for years. I can't tell you how many years I haven't run. I decided I was going to run 30 minutes every day. And by the end of those 30 days, I was in a much better cardio space. I don't know what the right word is. I was in a much better, much stronger heart health, should we say. And then it's just kind of been consistency with the running has just made it go from strength to strength. Again, I spoke previously about this in my videos, that my Apple Watch has really helped me in terms of understanding my heart rate and tracking my health. And one of the things that I'm tracking on my watch is VO2 max. So you probably won't be able to see this. My VO2 max at the minute, no, you're not going to be able to see it. Can you see? Where's the focus? It's not going to focus. So it's 53.6 is my VO2 max at the minute. When I first got my watch in March of 2022, my VO2 max was 34.9. So over a year and a bit, I've gone from 34.9 to, what did I say, 53.6. So considered at a below average level, and now I'm considered to have a high VO2 max, which is a goal that I've had to just increase that as much as possible. I'm struggling with my cravings on my weight loss journey. Any advice? Set goals. I think it's been really helpful for me to know that in 30 days, that is my goal. And no matter what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get through these 30 days. In the grand scheme of things, 30 days is not a lot. And at the end of the day, what's stronger? Your mental state or the craving of a donut or a milkshake or a burger? Like, it's 30 days. And don't get me wrong, I know what it's like to lose to cravings. It's happened to me before, happened to me since. But when you set a goal, you know that that is your goal, 30 days. If you can just make 30 days without any sort of crappy food, any sugars, then you're going to just feel more amazing. Once you get to those 30 days, don't worry about what's after that 30 days. Get to the 30 days. See how you do. Do it and make sure that those 30 days, there's no sugar, no like artificial sugar, high fructose, corn syrup, stuff like that. Get to those 30 days. Fruit's fine, within moderation. Get to the 30 days. It's only 30 days. You are stronger than your cravings for a goddamn donut or a milkshake. A donut cannot be the only thing, I mean, think about it, a donut cannot be the only thing to get between you and your goal. Imagine being on your deathbed and thinking, man, a donut stopped me from achieving what I wanted to do. And just do it. So set yourself mini goals. Know what you need to do. Have food that you know you can rely on when you do have a craving. You know, something I've relied on, or have relied on, is squash, and I mean, like, I don't know where you're from, so I don't know if squash means anything to you. Basically, 0 calorie sweetener drink. I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, and I would definitely do without it than with it. But if you have a craving for something sweet, putting some 0 cal sweetener drink in your water is better than eating a donut, shall we say. From Sheffield. So yeah, squash probably means something to you. Get it from Aldi. Aldi I've found have the best 0 cal squash. Things like Robinson's, they always have. It says 0 sugar, but there just seems to be more calories in those than there is the Aldi version. Need to look out more on my heart rate. Never thought this takes also a huge part. Thank you so much for explaining. You're welcome, Maya. Also, a big compliment to the video editing. The video always looks super professional, high quality, inspiring. Thank you. That truly means a lot to me. What does VO2 max mean? So VO2 max, I might butcher this completely, but from what I understand, VO2 max is your body's ability to pump blood around your body with more oxygen within that blood. So essentially you're transporting oxygen through your body into your muscles at a higher rate with a higher VO2 max, I think. So it's to do with your heart and its ability to pump more oxygen in your blood. Let me have a quick look. Let's see what Apple Health explains it as, rather than my butchered attempt. VO2 max. So this is a measurement of your VO2 max, which is the maximum amount of oxygen your body can consume during exercise, also called cardiorespiratory fitness. This is a useful measurement for everyone, from the very fit to those managing an illness. A higher VO2 max indicates a higher level of cardio fitness and endurance. Yeah. So, kind of what I said. Do you still stick to the 2 meals you mentioned in the videos, or do you switch it up in a minute? I switch it up in a minute. With the videos that challenges I've done recently just meant that I needed to consume more calories, although I consumed more because of the ridiculous amount that I've been running and exercising lately. I still feel like I'm losing more weight. But I do fast still from night to, so from like, what is it, 7 or 8 p.m. to 3:30, 4 p.m. the next day. So fasting is still a huge part of my daily routine. Although, saying that, while I was filming my last video, there were days where I just couldn't fast because I was burning so many calories. How do you find running routes near you? So I just have always explored around me on my bike. I grew up in this city where I am at the minute, so I live in Coventry. I've lived here since I was born, essentially, and I just know my way around the city, so I know what routes there are. I ride my bike a lot, always have as a kid, so I know little spots, I guess you could say. But you can find routes on Strava or Komoot, or even All Trails, which are just obviously apps on your phone if you're struggling for things near you. Don't know how many canals Sheffield has, but canals are a great place to run on. Although I did try and go for a bike ride with my son, so he sits like, it's got like so my mountain bike's like this, his seat is here, and he's got his own little set of handlebars on my bike. And boy, we went on some next level canal routes. I thought the canal was going to be smooth all the way along, and it wasn't. And my bike's actually in bad shape at the minute. I broke 2 spokes on that bike ride because it was just treacherous. It was insane. It was getting dark, and I was actually worried for a minute. Have you tried the 4x48 Parkins Challenge yet? No, I haven't, Ramel. I haven't tried it yet, no. But I'm aware of it, and it's something I'll likely do in the future. Got a ton of video ideas. It's just a matter of setting aside the time to do them. But thank you for asking. I think he does it in around, is it like March time that he does that video? I feel like something like that, right? We keep going for another 5 minutes, and then I'll drop off. Yeah, around March, I think he starts around 3 a.m. Yeah, I thought so. It's an interesting challenge, definitely. And you'll likely see me do one. What's my goal? As in my fitness goal at the minute. My fitness goal at the minute is basically to be able to run for as long as humanly possible. That's kind of what my mind's been on. I've just been watching so much ultra marathon running at the minute, and yeah, I'm inspired and in awe of people's ability to run for hundreds of miles. And literally, Courtney, the water, is on my TV screen right now because she's just a human unlike no other. So I don't know how many people watched the UTMB 100-mile race recently at Mont Blanc. That was just amazing. I loved watching it. And they are truly an inspiration to me. What was the max hours you spent on the spin bike? I've spent like 3 hours before on the spin bike. What's your training schedule like, Niels? At the minute, it's a lot of running because of the challenge that I've just done recently. So it's just been a ton of running. I'm also starting to incorporate some sort of knee and hip strengthening exercises. So morning, my bike's broke at the minute, so I'll run to work 5 miles. At lunch, I'll run another 3.8 miles, and then run home another 5 miles, and then I'll do some sort of pull-up routine, push-ups. It's really just been a lot of running, and that running schedule that I just went through was even more intense than that at one point for this video that I'm about to drop within the next day or two. Is fasting a good idea? It is definitely if you're trying to lose fat. Is it the best idea if your goal is to set a personal best in a running race? I would say no, because what I've learned recently is that fueling for a race is a huge challenge, and I think the more miles you run, it goes from being a running race to an eating competition. That's what I've heard a lot from ultra runners, especially, is that who can fuel the best will, at least in the elite runners, will likely win the race. You know, if your stomach doesn't have any issues, you gotta get all that stuff on point. And obviously, depending on when you're going to run, when you're training for a marathon, depends on whether if you're fasting, you might not be able to fuel as well. So you can definitely do both at the same time, but just take it into consideration that fueling for a marathon is important. Thank you, Niels. Appreciate it. Just arrived. What does your watch say about your VO2 max? My watch says my current VO2 max is, I think, 53.6 is my current VO2 max. And that is considered, in a minute, in the high range. So it goes low, below average, above average, and high. I'm currently high. I honestly I want to be in as close to 70 in VO2 max as possible, and that's considered like elite athletes are in the 70 range. I don't know how possible that will be, don't know how long that will take me, but it's a goal that I have, just a personal one. Do you have any more additional book recommendations? So if you've listened to his Can't Hurt Me book, Maya, the next one, the next book, which I can't actually remember what it's called, even though I listen to it almost daily, is definitely one that I would recommend. So Can't Hurt Me, and then Never Finished by David Goggins is the next one, and that is where he sort of goes more into his ultra running sort of history and the challenges that he's had there. And that I used to think that his first book was best, but now I actually think the second book is even better, because it's madness. Some other good books is it depends what kind of thing you're into, but there's Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. That's a great book, but honestly, I just alternate between Never Finished and Can't Hurt Me. As soon as I finish Can't Hurt Me, I go on to Never Finished. As soon as I finish Never Finished, I go back to Can't Hurt Me, and just keep on going through. I know it sounds like madness, but that's what I do. VO2 max, 46 to 46.4. It's I found that actually rest has been very important to my VO2 max. Running fast and running slow and alternating between the two is something that's important to increase your VO2 max, and also having rest from running. Nutrition wise, he never really goes into much nutrition tips, Maya. It's really, I think it's hard. You've got to find what works for you. To a certain point, when you're exercising so much, depending on what your goal is, nutrition is not so important, because you go from trying to lose fat to trying to fuel as efficiently as possible. So it depends what your goal is. If you make it to 65, 70, you could probably compete in any sport. What was the last book? Extreme Motion? No, the last book was Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. But that's more like, so he again was in the military, and his is a lot more, I think, practical tools for day-to-day life, I would say. Not so much about fitness. I'm going to stop there, guys. Watched one of your videos, run 30 minutes, and you said no more excuses. That's what changed my mentality to get up and train for the marathon. That is beautiful. Thank you, Ramel. I hope I'm saying your name right. That video was probably the favorite video that I've ever made. It was truly the start of the rest of my life, almost, as sort of cheesy as that sounds. My life changed drastically from that moment, with everything that I went through in terms of the surgery and just learning how to run, and the difference that it made in me, sort of with the anxiety that I was dealing with at that time. And so in terms of my heart health and my mental health, that video was yeah, just amazing. And I'm thankful and honored that it's inspired you too. No worries, Maya. Thank you for taking the time to join and watch. I appreciate everyone. As always, there's links and stuff in the description for my equipment and the books that I've talked about and other stuff. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or possibly Monday, if it's a Monday for you already. Thank you for watching. You too, Maya. Good night. Have a great week. Thank you.